The lava.
I killed Gunner.
Watch out! Get out! GG!
Wowzers, trousers, gamers. Let's see how long it takes them to actually start now that we are scattered into our world. Starting in 30 seconds. I'm going to take a drink then. That's my gamer fuel. Oh, Lord. Yeah, they actually did solo scatter. It is not Soul Brothers. People do not read. Oh, here we go. What is up, gamers? Welcome to Identification UHC Season 2. This time, Soulmates. Soul Lads, in which we are forced to identify our teammates based on sporadic information given in the chat. I was somewhat present for the last season of Identification. I probably would have played, if not for the fact that I had to go like episode 4. But because of that, I was allowed to spectate, and so I saw some of the happenings of last season. I don't know how it ended though, so it's airing right now, so we'll see how that actually ends up working out. But then it was actually one of the first. It was the first recording round thing that I was involved with on this new computer that I'm playing on, and I completely forgot that it even happened until I got invited to this season, and I was like, oh right, yeah, I did spec that. Oops. So we're back here with Identification UHC Season 2. I think the roster's like 36 people, and now it's 45, so I'm not sure how many of those are newcomers, or, because I know we're missing like Stenstone from last season, which is kind of crazy that he fucking played. Oh, it's God Clean Riot. I'm glad I voted for that. I'm doing solo comm because I haven't really done solo comm in a while. And like, there's no FFAs hosted, so this is gonna be like the one opportunity that I get to do any amount of solo comm for probably an extended period of time after this round is played. The thing is, I'm also pretty bad at solo comm. Like, I feel like I've never really done a exemplary job of talking to myself, which I guess is kind of a alright skill to have, but in terms of trying to make interesting recorded round content, it isn't necessarily the best. I haven't actually played that many FFAs though, which is probably why. FFAs kind of went out of style a while ago, and just haven't really been hosted that frequently since then, which sucks, because they are pretty fun every now and again. But I do just kind of tend to get very quiet whenever I play FFAs, just because that's the type of person that I am. I'm not really a person who like talks to myself that much outside of like recorded rounds. Oh, so we have a village here. Kind of hoping that it isn't raided yet. Oh, nice. And a fucking anvil. Let's go. Are we gonna have a bookhouse? It doesn't look like it. That's unfortunate. I really would have loved a bookhouse, considering I found no reeds. But you know, we'll take what we can get with that. Yeah. So the roster for this season is pretty good. Like, most of the players in this season are probably around my level, if not a little bit better. I see Fra 49. There's a helmet for you. You're gonna have these reeds, you fool. So I'm very unsure about who I'm actually gonna end up getting as a teammate. There's a few people that I have my suspicions about, Fra being one of them. The others being like Parker Mize and Jack Clone, Jakku, and Mr. Flipper. Those are like the main four that I think that I have a distinct possibility of getting, just because it's like they kind of want you to have a good, like they said in the intro, presumably left in, that they kind of just want people to have a good time, not so much, you know, not necessarily have like the most insanely balanced teams, like balance over everything else, but just for people to have a generally alright time with the people that they're talking to. So I don't know, that is something to consider when making my guesses. But I probably won't be guessing, I just did that wrong, order of operations. But hopefully I will get someone who's pretty fun to talk to and that I have some ability to have a conversation with, since I've been playing a few rounds recently where I just get people that I don't know, like, their interests. I feel like I'm alright in making conversation out of nothing with people that I don't usually talk to, but in some circumstances it can be pretty difficult. I need apples, right. I don't know. I feel like I'm alright at that, but it is something that generally isn't really used. I mean, it is a skill that's used outside of fucking YouTube recorded rounds, but I guess that, like, it's not really something that I use typically, just because, like, you don't really start from scratch, I guess, as much as in UHC if you're talking to someone, like when I play UHC, I have no idea what these people are even, like, these people are ranging in age, differing from me, ranging in where they live, and, like, kind of what they've experienced, so it's kind of hard to figure out, like, a common ground in terms of, like, what actual conversation topics there are that these people can relate to. GG, Tyree. I don't know what the game plan was with that one, but, they can't do res. Uh-oh. See, I have to be very careful then, so that I do not die to PvE or something. Because they physically cannot resurrect people. I think that's honestly for the best. I know it sucks for Tyree's teammate, but I think that UHC too often nowadays just has no consequences. You can just, like, do whatever. Oh, fucking Christ, that's loud. You can just kind of do whatever you want and, like, not really have to worry about the consequences of what you're actually doing for, like, the first, like, 10 minutes, because it's pretty probable that you'll get a respawn if you die. So I like that, because of the game mode, it kind of forces people to actually, like, think about what they're doing, I guess. I'm not getting many apples now. I just kind of want to get 8 apples before I actually go down. Oh, there we go. Okay. And hopefully I can get, like, a bit more wool. It's looking like there's a bit of an opening over there. Actually, no, I lied. There's not. I'm just kind of looking for sheep, because I kind of have all I want in terms of, like, book materials. And I even have a few feathers. I mean, that's enough for, like, half a stack of arrows. Not too much for, like, an actual bow fight, but hopefully it'll be able to help out. Where are the sheep? Sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. I'd like to get down fairly soon, because it is getting pretty late into the day. I should probably turn my block sounds back on also. I'm kind of testing out the sound right now, because I've noticed that a few of my past recorded rounds, my Minecraft sounds have been very loud. And, oh, supply drop, so this is supposed to be on. I don't know if those are supposed to be on. The orgs aren't saying anything, so I'm going to assume that they are supposed to be on. There's a plains here, okay. If I don't see any sheep, like, here pretty quickly after I enter it, I'll probably just go down the next cave I find. Okay, yeah. Unfortunate, but at least I will have a bow, and if I find spiders in the caves, then I can probably easily get a rod. Oh, chickens. Okay, perfect. And there's a cave down there in the fucking water that I can go down to. Which is my favorite place to go down caving, is in the rivers. Oh, what the fuck? This looks fucking huge, actually. It's not Hasty Boys or Hasty Babies, but it is cut clean, which is nice. Okay, no mobs. I'm gonna turn my sound up a little bit. I would like to hear footsteps and everything, but hopefully it won't be too loud for the actual footage. Oh, there's gold there. What the fuck? That's super nice. I mean, just being able to go up and try and like find the teammate, because I mean, the best thing that you can possibly get is one of the coordinates of the people that you're actually on the team with, because then you can just kind of run through that coordinate, trying to find the person that you're meeting up with. Oh wait, I just realized I have no wood. I'm gonna have to go back up, because I do not want to play this game Benjamin style. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it now. Fuck it. Damn it. Chat is also off until all teams are made, so that people don't spoil what the people that they're going after have, which is for the best. But it is creating kind of a weird environment where it's just kind of me that comes over the top of the conversation in the commentary. So maybe I should talk about what I'm doing. What the fuck? I just heard something in my house. Okay. So very recently, I have been watching all the Studio Ghibli movies. If you do not know what Studio Ghibli is, the Japanese animation studio, they're the people who made such movies that you may have heard of, such as Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, My Neighbor Totoro, Howl's Moving Castle, etc. I think those are like their 4 biggest ones. If I'm missing one, fucking kill me, I guess. But I've been recently going through and watching all of their movies. I started about last August, and I'm now down to I think the last 5 out of 22 of the first list that I found. So I'm getting pretty up there in terms of seeing all the Ghibli movies. When most of the people that I talk to who are like pretty into films have only seen like 10 or so. But I guess this is like my first kind of big film watch. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like first big thing where I'm just watching a bunch of films from one creator or one studio or whatever, and I think that Studio Ghibli was definitely a good choice for the first one, since I think that their films are pretty fantastic. I only thought a few were kind of mediocre, like Porco Rosso, but I generally thought that most of their films are kind of amazing. So that's been very fun. I think it's the 5th of the month today? Yeah, it's Sunday, March 5th. I'm going to watch another one tonight. I'm not sure what it will be, since I'm kind of just doing it at random. But so far this month, I've watched... Oh god, what have I watched? The Wind Rises, something else, and last night I watched My Neighbor the Yamadas. And My Neighbor the Yamadas, which is the most recent movie that I've watched from them, as I just said, is really weird. It kind of feels unlike most of their other movies in that it doesn't really have a solid structure to it. It just kind of places you in the lives of certain characters and kind of shows you interesting situations that they get up to, but it doesn't really have a formal, I guess, point to it in terms of, like, in relation to the other Ghibli movies I've watched. Like, the other Ghibli movies have a lot of focus on the narrative and, like, the kind of journey, but it's kind of weird to see that My Neighbor the Yamadas didn't really have that, even when taking in place in kind of a mundane situation. Because there have been Ghibli movies that I've watched, such as Whisper of the Heart, or even The Wind Rises, 2 movies that I very much enjoyed, that both took place in very realistic depictions of just life. And both of those were very, very interesting and very well done. So I was kind of surprised to see that My Neighbor the Yamadas kind of just was not more of an exploration of these people. But I still despite what I just said, I still thought it was a fairly good movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was surprisingly funny, which I wasn't expecting. But I think a large focus of that movie is kind of on the humor, which I think is kind of different for Ghibli for the most part. Pog. But yeah, that's what I've been up to in terms of movies. I haven't been out to the theaters lately just because I've been kind of bogged down with schoolwork. But hopefully, I'm on my March break now, and once I finish up with the assignment that's due tomorrow, 2,500-word paper, hopefully I'll be able to go out to the movies and see things. Like, I want to go see Ant-Man 3, which is playing, and I also want to go see Cocaine Bear, although I've heard that both of those movies are pretty bad. But I still want to go see them just for the experience, and also because I kind of like things that are bad. Like, I'm sure I won't find Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania to be the most entertaining thing. But I still do want to go see it just because I enjoy being caught up on Marvel. Even if Marvel is kind of getting worse and worse these days. Oh, okay. I literally escaped from that in time, but it's still okay, dude. This is fucking troll. Can we just fucking not, dude? This game doesn't look like that's very good. I want to be completely honest with you. Yeah, I'm expecting it to careen into a fucking dead end any second now. And it looks like that's kind of what it's doing, because I do not see a way forward. Okay, there's gold. Okay, so to kind of continue my thought on the Ghibli thing, I realized when I started that, well, I started it last August, and I watched about 5 movies, and then I kind of had to go to school, like, I kind of stopped watching a lot of movies for a bit to kind of focus on school, but now that I am back into it, I will say that I've realized that it's actually really good timing because there's a new Miyazaki film coming out this year. How Do You Live, I believe it is called. That's coming out this year, and after seeing most of Miyazaki's work from Studio Ghibli, I'm very excited for that movie, especially if it has I'm excited to see the art style as well, just because that's something that I really loved about a lot of Ghibli's work, is that their movies feel really unique in terms of their art style, even distinctly from each other, which is really interesting. Is there anything else around here? It doesn't look like it. I may have to go and start strip mining, which I'm not really too fond of the idea of, but it may have to be done. We can look and see what we got in terms of C counter. It doesn't look like much. Yeah, it's looking like a 2 C counter that way, which is always great. But hopefully we'll get more cave. Maybe if I go this way and kind of look around. There's like a 100 C counter this way. Okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, lads. Gamers, lads. We'll be fine. Who's lowest on health in the game? Looks like Kevin is on 71. Looks like that's gonna be the lowest. I'm just gonna say that it was once again bullshit that I took that damage from grapple. I'm very mad about it. Not that I think I'm ever gonna get Iron Man on UHC, just because I'm what, 2 items? Okay. Joe's going schizo mode. Yeah, looks like the 100 C counter is kind of diverted this a little bit. More supply drops. That's insane. I don't know when. They just drop like 10 minutes apart from me. Like, did they drop at like 2:30? Was it like When did the last one drop? Last one did not drop that long ago, so I don't know. It's looking like it's gonna be to the left of me. There we go. Okay, perfect. Got some gold. That'll help me out on my mission to win. Oh, there's a fucking mine shaft with a cave spider spawner. Okay, instantly I do not even want to fuck with that. Because I have no healing right now. There's no ores in these caves, but it looks like I might have to go over there in order to like get into a better part of this cave, which sucks. But let's do that, I guess. I think that's the cave spider's fully blocked off. Sorry gamers, just had to concentrate there to take out that cave spider spawner. Very risky play from your boy, but you know, it all worked out in the end, and we got some decent EXP from it. It feels weird to have a server with actually normal EXP after playing a recorded round on Elysium yesterday, where the EXP is just all sorts of fucked up. Just nothing gives you the amount of XP that it feels like it should, and it's just painful to enchant that server at all. So it's nice to actually play a recorded round in Arctic. I don't feel like it's been actually like a pretty decently long time since I played a recorded round in Arctic. I feel like the last round I probably played on here was the Scrapped Rising Stars, which I'm uploading right now on the channel that you're viewing this on, my second channel. And that Rising Stars attempt did not go very well. Oh, okay.
And now she's sleeping alone.
The lava.
GG!
I killed Gunner. I killed Gunner.
Yo, watch out! Get out! Get out!
Even though no one's
GG! Asian!